Welcome to the video on the refinance trap and why your new mortgage payment might be wrong. First, I will set the stage for what happens during a refinance and why errors in your new monthly payment are surprisingly common. Then, we will move step by step through how to verify your correct payment, how to file a formal dispute, who else to contact, and why it is crucial to keep paying the higher amount while the dispute is being resolved. By the end, you will know exactly what to do to protect your credit and recover any overpayment. Here is our agenda. First, what happens after a refinance? Next, why new servicers often miscalculate your payment. Then, we will talk about your number one proof, the closing disclosure. After that, we will outline exact steps to dispute and win. We will also discuss the controversial but smart strategy of continuing to pay during disputes. Then, we will cover timeline expectations and who to contact. We will include quick quizzes to check your understanding. Finally, we will end with key takeaways and next steps. Before we begin, a quick disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute legal, tax, credit, or financial advice. Laws, servicing rules, and timelines can vary by jurisdiction and by lender. For specific guidance regarding your case, consult a qualified attorney, a HUD-approved housing counselor, or your financial advisor. After a refinance, it is common for your loan servicing to be transferred to a new company. This transfer frequently introduces data mapping or setup errors, including incorrect interest rate entries, escrow calculations, and amortization schedules. As a result, your first bill from the new servicer may be higher than your negotiated payment. Do not assume the new servicer is correct. Immediate verification is essential. Errors happen because data is moved between systems that do not always align. The most common issues include the new servicer entering the wrong interest rate or loan term, miscalculating escrow for taxes and insurance, or misapplying the amortization schedule. Rounding differences and transfer timing can also distort the first bill. The flowchart shows how data flows from closing to your first bill and highlights where mismatches and field drops can occur. Here is the fix-it plan. First, find your final closing disclosure and verify your interest rate, loan term, principal and interest payment, and escrow amounts. Second, file a formal written dispute with the new servicer and attach the closing disclosure as proof. Third, simultaneously contact the title company or the original refinancing lender to alert them and request they push corrected data to the new servicer. Fourth, keep paying the higher disputed amount on time to protect your credit while the issue is resolved. Fifth, track all dates, including acknowledgement windows and resolution deadlines. Sixth, once the correction is made, request a written refund or credit for all overpayments. This diagram illustrates the end-to-end flow for resolving a refinance payment error. You start by locating the final closing disclosure and comparing it to your first bill. If there is a mismatch, you file a formal written dispute with the new servicer and attach the closing disclosure. In parallel, you notify the title company and original lender so they can help correct the transferred data. The servicer acknowledges the dispute within the required window, reconciles the boarding file with the correct information, adjusts the amortization and escrow, and issues a corrected statement along with a refund or credit for any overpayments. Throughout, you continue paying on time to avoid credit harm. Your final closing disclosure is the controlling document that memorializes your interest rate, term, principal and interest payment, escrow, and first payment due date. Compare the bill from the new servicer to the values on the closing disclosure. If there is a difference, you have strong evidence for a dispute. Always attach the full PDF of the closing disclosure, and consider highlighting the relevant lines to make the verification easier for the servicer. Although it feels unfair, you should continue to pay the higher, disputed amount on time to protect your credit. Late fees and negative reporting can occur quickly and are difficult to remove. Overpay now and later demand a refund or credit once the servicer corrects the calculation. Document every payment, save confirmations, and include language such as paid under protest in your dispute letter to make your position clear. Let's compare your choices. If you underpay now, you risk late fees and negative credit reporting. That weakens your position and can escalate the situation toward collections. In contrast, if you overpay now while the dispute is pending, you protect your credit and maintain a clean payment history. That strengthens your negotiation stance and ensures you are entitled to a refund or credit once the servicer corrects the error. This table outlines who to contact and what to send. The new servicer controls billing and escrow. Send them a formal dispute with the full closing disclosure and proof of payments via certified mail and portal upload. And expect acknowledgement within a few days. The title company can validate the closing package. Send them the closing disclosure and a summary of the error via email. The original lender can help correct the boarding file, send a notice of error, and the closing disclosure. You are responsible for on-time payments and maintaining records, and a dispute log. Quiz time. Which document is your supreme legal proof of the correct interest rate and payment terms after a refinance? Option A, loan estimate. Option B, closing disclosure. Option C, welcome letter from the new servicer. Option D, your credit report. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is B, the closing disclosure. It is the final record of your refinance rate, term, payment, and escrow, and is your strongest evidence in a dispute. Here is how to write the dispute letter. Include your name, address, loan number, statement date, a clear description of the error, and the specific correction you want. Attach the full closing disclosure, the inaccurate bill, and proof of payments with the relevant fields highlighted. Send the dispute via certified mail and upload it to the portal, keeping all receipts. Use a clear subject line such as notice of error, incorrect payment calculation. A sample template is provided so you can adapt it to your case. This timeline shows the typical progression. After refinance closing and servicing transfer, the first bill arrives and you spot the error. On day 0, you file the formal dispute and notify the title company and original lender. Within 1 to 5 days, the servicer acknowledges receipt. Over the next 1 to 3 weeks, the servicer reconciles data with the title company and lender. By days 30 to 45, the correction is usually applied, and a refund or credit follows shortly after. Throughout the entire period, you continue paying on time. Second quiz. True or false? You should withhold payment until the servicer fixes the error so you do not overpay. You may pause the video now to think about the answer or back. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is false. You should continue paying on time, even at the higher disputed amount, to protect your credit history. After the correction, you can request a refund or credit for any overpayment. This pie chart estimates where errors often arise. Data entry at the new servicer is the largest share, followed by escrow setup miscalculations, transfer file mapping issues, timing or rounding differences, and a small portion attributed to other causes. The chart emphasizes that most issues are preventable, with careful handling and verification. Here are the key takeaways. Do not assume the new servicer is correct. Verify every detail against your closing disclosure. File a formal written dispute and attach the closing disclosure. Notify the title company and original lender at the same time. Continue paying on time to protect your credit. Track all deadlines and receipts, and request a refund once corrected. Use clear, assertive language in your communications. To wrap up, verify your bill against the closing disclosure today. If it is wrong, dispute it in writing and attach the closing disclosure. Alert the title company and original lender. Keep paying on time and secure your refund once the correction is processed. Log every step, including dates, receipts, and responses, so you maintain a clear record. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you, please like, share, and subscribe. Share your questions or experiences in the comments so others can learn from them as well. See you in the next video.